Do you ever feel like you've been stuck in the same place for like years? Kind of like the NF song where he was like 30 years of running, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of, and then he was like Nate. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. And you don't know what move, what should you do? Like what's next? So, something that's been on my mind, but I never really talked about, was like, where is the line drawn for music that goes over the radio? Because when you hear a song on the radio, they tend to bleep out certain words, but then other words, like, they let it fly. And I'm kind of confused about that because it's like some of the words are like commonly used amongst young people, older people. And then these other words are like words that shouldn't even be said at all for like kids to even hear. You know what I mean? So it's like where do we draw the line? And like listening to music like that. Because I can go to another app, listen to the whole song with the cuss words in it and everything. There's no prevention from me listening to it, let alone like a younger person listening to it. So it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. And I was kind of looking for an answer to that. But yeah. Okay. Random thought. Okay, right? So I was just thinking to myself, right? Have you ever just like realized, oh, excuse me. So like, have you ever realized that like, if nature wanted to, it could take you out at like any point in time, whether it be from hurricanes, tornadoes, wind can blow you away. Animals themselves, no matter how small, no matter how big, no matter how much that somebody else would tell you that they don't bite you, when they all gotta eat, get some sort of nutrients from something, they still got a mouth, don't they? Um, Even like a crack in the road can just mess up your whole day, just like that. And they don't even gotta try. Like, well, some of them don't. It's just wild. Like I was just, chilling, going through the city, and all of a sudden I come across some deer, and they looking at me like we beefing or something. Like they mad at me for looking at them. So I just, kept going because I don't want no problems from them. You know what I mean? They might mess around and just try to kick me in the arm or something. I don't want no problems. For real. But anybody else think like that? Just wanted to know. Alright. Who is Batman and what does he do? Batman is a superhero protector of Gotham City, a tortured, brooding vigilante dressed as a bat who fights against evil and strikes fear into the hearts of criminals everywhere. In his public identity, Bruce Wayne, a billionaire, industrialist, and notorious playboy. So I know you must be wondering, what is Batman's power? Well, unlike most heroes, Batman does not possess any superpowers. Instead of relying on his intellect, fighting skills, and wealth, in the 1960s, Batman television series used a camp aesthetic which continued to be associated with the character for years after the show ended. So basically, that man is out there just fighting in hand-to-hand combat and just being smart about it type stuff. So basically, a normal guy just like you and me. Ain't that crazy? So I know you must be wondering, what is Batman's power? Well, unlike most heroes, Batman does not possess any superpowers. Instead of relying on his intellect, fighting skills, and wealth, in the 1960s, Batman television series used a camp aesthetic which continued to be associated with the character for years after the show ended. So basically, that man is out there just fighting in hand-to-hand combat and just being smart about it type stuff. So basically, a normal guy just like you and me. Ain't that crazy? So, um, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne's entire reason for becoming a vigilante is to strike fear to the hearts of criminals and bring them to justice. So this reason alone is why he just be whooping people butts so brutally, almost really just taking them out the game for real. That's crazy.